What up, Epic Readers? I'm Jesse from the YouTube channel Jesse the Reader, and today I'm bringing you another episode of Epic Adaptations, a series here on Epic Reads where we keep you in the know on all the recent book-to-movie and book-to-TV adaptation news. We don't have much adaptation news to report on today. Unfortunately, it feels like things have kind of slowed down a little bit, but don't you worry, things will start to pick up here pretty soon. But I will say, the news that we have is exciting. So there's that at least. Let's get started. The biggest update that we got, and the thing that I'm probably the most excited about, involves Percy Jackson. We finally got our first look at the upcoming season 2 for Percy Jackson and the Olympians with a teaser trailer. After what feels like a drought, they finally rained on us with this amazing jam-packed teaser trailer that shows us so much. It showed us so many things. I say we've been going through a bit of a Percy Jackson drought, but that's also not true. I feel like they've done a really good job of keeping us in the know on things that have been going on and giving us updates and also showing like behind the scenes photos and photos from season 2. So I might be a little bit dramatic by saying that we've been going through a drought, but us Percy Jackson fans stay hungry. We are always wanting more. More. Give me more Percy! Season 2 of Percy Jackson and the Olympians will be covering Book 2, Sea of Monsters, and while this trailer is kind of just like flashes of things, the things that are flashed are pretty vital and pretty important to the story. We see a lot of different scenarios that our squad ends up in, and also some new characters that will be popping up. Not to mention, you also start to feel the intensity of this story and what our characters are going through and what's coming up in this story. So I'm super excited for Season 2 of Percy Jackson, and we don't have to wait too much longer as the show is set to drop on Disney Plus on December 10th, which I know sounds really far away, but realistically, that's gonna come sooner than we know it. Next, a new adaptation is in the works for Pride and Prejudice with Netflix. This will be a 6-part series created by author Dolly Alderton, and then also director Euros Lyn, who is known for working on Heartstopper. We already have casting for the actors who will be taking on the iconic roles of Elizabeth Bennet and Mr. Darcy. Emma Corrin will be taking on the role of Elizabeth Bennet. Jack Lowden will be taking on the role of Mr. Darcy. I feel like this has big shoes to fill, as the 2005 adaptation of Pride and Prejudice is like known as being like the most well-loved, so I'm very intrigued to see what they end up doing with this. It will be nice to see a new take, a fresh take on this well-loved story, and it also will be different than the movie itself because it is a 6-part series, but I'm very excited nonetheless. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this classic tale. Next, the Heartstopper film has officially wrapped filming. We're closer to the end, and I'm more and more emotional the closer that we get. Alice Oseman took to Instagram to share a few posts about the final day of filming, the final day of production, and now us fans are just in limbo. We are playing the waiting game. We have to wait for promotional things to roll out, the release date, the trailer. We are just gonna sit here twiddling our thumbs. What are we gonna do to fill our time? I guess we can just rewatch past seasons of Heartstopper as we wait. I'm fully preparing myself to go through a mourning period once this final film drops on Netflix. Finally, just a reminder that the final season of The Summer I Turned Pretty is currently releasing on Amazon Prime through Prime Video. We'll be getting the final episode of the series on September 17th. It'll be a great way to wrap up the summer, but also I feel like a lot of us are gonna go through a mourning period for this series as well. I feel like it's been a staple for a lot of people's summers, and it's sad to see this summer-filled, summer vibe show come to a close. And that wraps up today's episode of Epic Adaptations. Again, things are a little bit slow in the adaptation world currently, but I feel like there's a big boom on the horizon and we're gonna be overloaded with adaptation news, so stay tuned. We want to hear from you guys down below in the comments. What are your thoughts on the Percy Jackson teaser trailer? How do you feel about this upcoming Pride and Prejudice adaptation? And how are you feeling? Most importantly, how are you coping with the end of Heartstopper on the horizon and the end of The Summer I Turned Pretty on the horizon? Let us know all your thoughts down below in the comments. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next month with another episode of Epic Adaptations.